Hello everyone, this is my first presentation in my conversation class. My first secret to spoken English. Spoken English is not written English. When we speak English, we do it differently. Sometimes my students in Taiwan get nervous about using some of my spoken English tips. They're worried it's not formal English. Taiwan students know a lot of written English, but unfortunately they don't have very much experience with spoken English. Let's take a look at secret number 1 for spoken English. Quickly read these sentences aloud. Don't think, just read. Go. And you should be finished by now. Did you say, where's the bathroom, or did you say, where is the bathroom? I heard they will be here next week. She would have bought the house if it had been up for sale. Did you know that was had, or did you think it was would? Shouldn't think too much. You probably separated your contractions and said, where is the bathroom? I heard they will be here next week. And that means you failed spoken English because you separated the contractions. Why did you separate the contractions? You should have said, where's the bathroom? I heard they'll be here next week. She would have bought the house if it had been up for sale. These are the way these words were meant to be read. But in Taiwan, most of my students separate the contractions, and I wonder why they do this. Who taught you to ignore this essential part of our spoken language? Who was the person that never made you learn to use contractions in your English? My first secret is don't separate your contractions. Don't separate your contractions. It's the first bad habit your teacher taught you. I believe that the teachers in Taiwan don't teach contractions and instead require the students to separate their contractions. So, read them aloud again. Where's the bathroom? I heard they'll be here next week. She would have bought the house if it had been up for sale. Let's start from the beginning. The 25 most common verbs. These 25 verbs are mainly main verbs. And they function as main verbs, but the first 3, the most common verbs on our list of 25, the first 3 verbs and the most common are be, have, and do. Be, have, and do is not just a main verb, but it's also the base of our contractions. Now here's some examples. I'll go, I'm going, I'd go, I've gone. He'll go, he's going, he'd go, he's gone. They'll go, they're going, they'd go, they've gone. Now it's all very, very hard to hear the difference. So therefore the connection to the main verb is very important. This is the main verb. As you can see from these short contractions, these are the helping verbs in the verb structure. I'm going to talk about it step by step. Don't separate your contractions. Use contractions when speaking. These are the parts of the contraction that disappear. I'm, you're, he's, they've, I'd, I'll. They fall into 2 categories. In an affirmative situation, we don't have not. It's an affirmative, it's not negative. And so what we do is when we're speaking, we combine the pronoun with a helping verb, and here they are. These words are all of them. I'm, I've, I'd, I'll. Can you pronounce these words? How do you pronounce these words? There's the positive, I really should say affirmative in this case. We also have a negative set. When we use the NT, N apostrophe T, that means that it's a negative, and we do not have a pronoun anymore. Now we combine the helping verb with the NT. Aren't, isn't, wasn't. Can you pronounce this word? Weren't. Not won't. Don't say won't. This is weren't. Here's the grammar. With be and do and have, we also have modals that fall into this pattern. With be, am, is, are, was, were. Isn't, aren't, wasn't, weren't. Those connect with an ing verb, which makes it the present continuous. And it also can be a linking verb, and we can use noun phrases. I'm a doctor, he isn't a nurse, he's stupid, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's in the office, prepositional phrases. So we have noun phrases, adjective phrases, prepositional phrases. In the next set, do and does and did, and the negative don't, doesn't, and didn't. These are the simple presents, and they actually connect to a verb root. Third person singular means it changes. We'll talk more about that soon. And have is usually used with the present perfect, and it had is the past perfect. What I want you to understand is that every statement and every question in English has a helping verb. Every family, be, do, have, they all have this. Be, the do has only part of it. What's going on there? Let's ask that question. What happens here? This is English grammar where in the present we need to say I, you, we, they go, but he, she, it goes. So we've got a problem here with the third person singular. This is one of the biggest problems in the English language for a lot of people trying to understand the grammar. My students often make this mistake. They forget the third person singular. And there's other examples. He smokes, she loves it, it comes once a month. Okay, those are examples of the third person singular. It's a big problem. Also, the past. It is also a problem. I, you, we, they went, but also he, she, it went. That's not the problem. The problem is people don't like to use the simple past because they have to memorize the conjugation. That's what this word is it conjugates. Okay, we have conjugations here. This is the root form. That's not really a conjugation, but the third person singular, it conjugates the verb a little bit. It changes the verb. But with the simple past, especially with verbs that are not regular add ed verb, that's just a regular verb. We have a lot of irregular verbs, and the students don't enjoy trying to use those. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll say, oh, I did go. He did go to the movies last night. Well, that's not good English. You can't say, oh, hello, how are you? My brother did go to the movies last night. No, you have to say, my brother went to the movies last night. So this is a big problem, and I hope that you recognize that with a helping verb do, even in the statements that conjugates the verb, it can be used. There is a helping verb assigned for it, even if you're not supposed to use it. There's also some other contractions. Would have, could have, might have, must have, should have. These are the 41 words that you should be using. I'm going to talk about these 3 words later, but these 41 words are not being used. There's more, but these are the basic 41 words that are stopping you from sounding like a spoken English master. We also have other contractions. Theirs, here's. This is a very important thing to talk about, and long answered questions also uses some contractions, and there's one specific problem. Again, where's. It could be where is, where has, and it also means where does. So when you are using these contractions, sometimes we make the do does disappear. Where's your family live? It's not where is your family or where has your family. It's where does your family live. What's your father do? Okay, it's not what is your father do? No. What has your father do? No. It's what does your father do? How's your father get to work? How is he get to work? How has he get to work? No. How does he get to work? So this is a very tricky contraction pattern that you definitely can find a big problem. If you remember, it's the same do, does, did family. It's the do family, and we have this problem for students. Just remember, contractions are a pronoun plus a helping verb. I, you, we, they, he, she, it, plus the helping verb. Is, are. There's a lot of helping verbs. In this case, you're, there, we're, he, she's. These are the affirmative contractions, and you can see them here. Sometimes he is means he's, is could be he is. Sometimes it could be he has. That's a problem. You have to recognize the main verb. Is it just a simple be, or is it the present perfect pattern? And of course, we have the affirmative form, pronoun plus helping verb, but we also have a negative, which is the helping verb plus not. The one word that cannot be made is I'm not. We don't have emment, am not, emment. We don't have that word. So we use this pattern and put I'm with not. That makes I'm not. I'll talk about that more later. To review, when we take these words and we put them together, and we also take the hypothetical past. We also include those in our list of words that people should be using. And the negative, those are actually called reductions. That's something different from a contraction, but really it's the same type of situation. Would've is a contraction, and the v sounds like of, so say would've. We have a word that we hear a lot, wouldn't have. You can never write this word, but it is spoken quite a bit. This is also a very important word. We've got a lot of wouldn't have, couldn't have, mightn't have, mustn't have, shouldn't have. These two are not so common, but wouldn't have, couldn't have, and shouldn't have are very common. So these are the words that are used. Some are contractions. Most of these are contractions. Some are reductions. I'm going to give you a quick quiz. I'll put the quiz down below.